I got a little nervous backstage, and you'll see why in just a moment or two. Some exciting things have happened in the past week or so. You know, Alfred, that I've purchased a very expensive lot, and I'm in the process of building a home. Paid $150,000 just for the lot. And I suspect...
Whereabouts is that?
Well, this is down in Arizona. I don't know. Here we go. I'm looking for the best out of that. I'm looking for the very best.
You can build a cave dwelling.
Yes. Our first guest this week on TNT is one of the favorites in the World Wrestling Federation. I don't care if it's in Australia, over in Europe, all four corners of the globe. Please welcome to TNT, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Okay, Lord. Shake his hand.
Oh, do I have to?
No, he's all right. He's all right. That's his foot.
Watch it, Alfred. You never know where that creature's been.
There we go.
Well, it's looking at me. It was looking at me and you, Gene, at the same time.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm glad you got the choppers glued together there. Ricky? My word, what is that?
Sit,
Is that a crocodile?
He's from the crocodilian family. He's a South American caiman. This one here is about 4 years old. Weighs about 75 pounds. He's about 5 feet long. He'll grow to 8 feet.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
He'll go to 8 feet over 100 pounds.
He's going to go another foot.
Mm-hmm. He's a little tired right now because we're trying to keep him a little active, but they get tired very fast, And what's the relation to the dragons? That they're all in the reptile family.
Oh, gosh, I'm glad I showed my picture of my lot first, to tell you the truth. Ricky Steamboat, we want to see you in action. Is there a name for this little creature?
Jaws.
Hey,
This is Jaws.
Hold up, boy. Hold up.
Jaws.
Let's take you to action up in the ring. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, we're going to join it in progress. Take a look. Right here. My word, I can't believe this little thing. This is incredible.
Nice step over again on the part of the snake. Dragon trying to power his way out with a little hip leverage there, but that doesn't work. Oh, now he got rid of him. Dropped down quickly in front and dropped down again by the Dragon. Oh, nice leapfrog. Oh, he hung onto the rope for dear life and just missed being nailed there.
Fantastic wrestling by both these men. And I can't believe how the snake is keeping himself under control and remaining so cool. If he can do this, he's bound to trap the Dragon sooner or later, and Steamboat must go down.
He said it's all blocking. He said that's the best thing he can do. Find your way back into the ring, fella.
Maybe he doesn't want to.
So far, the blocking techniques of the snake been very successful. And he's very pleased with himself.
Yes, he's a happy snake in there.
Yes.
Maybe we'll see a bit of slithering in a moment.
I'm sure we will. Dragon not too happy.
No, he's regrouping though. You can almost read the Dragon's mind, can't you? He's
Yes.
saying, I must regroup myself here. I must think about this again.
Side headlock takeover right into a head scissors and out of there quickly. And the Dragon once again with a head scissors. Both men moving extremely fast. Both men. Oh, he missed with that one. Hey, that one either. There was no block on those. And now it's a Dragon who's exploding.
Oh, knocked him clean down. And a little slither.
Great match. Boston at the Boston Garden. Ricky Steamboat, suffice to say that you still have unfinished business with one Mr. Jake Roberts, do you not?
Myself, my friend here. This is like my my wrestling partner, my tag team partner, whatever. Go ahead, just on the side. If you noticed, Gene, they have two eyelids. Just touch him see on the top of his eyelid right there. Just touch it. You watch on the top of the eyelid.
Isn't that?
He's got two eyelids.
Now you told me earlier on. Yes, I see that. I don't think you have to mess with it.
They have an eyelid.
Don't irritate them.
They have an eyelid that comes across this way, and then the one on the outside comes down.
Down, right. But now you tell me, even with the rubber bands on the mouth, he can still spring the mouth open about an inch?
Well, we've got rubber bands on there now to hold the mouth closed, depending on how many rubber bands you put on there. But if he wanted to, Jaws here could open them up for about an inch. They're not very strong opening the jaws, but it's the coming down pressure. This particular size right here could chomp off my hand at the wrist.
Well, that's a lovely
And that's
thought.
just boom, with one swipe.
That's a lovely thought.
And he's just a small
Cute
one.
little creature.
Yes.
You like him, Alfred?
No, certainly not.
I might be able to swing a deal. You could take him home.
Thank you.
Better than some of the things I've seen you with. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, just kidding.
I never knew it.
Ricky Steamboat, we thank you as always here on TNT. All right, thank you, Tony D. Alfred, I don't know if you're aware of the fact that there's a brand new 1987 World Wrestling Federation calendar. It's going to be out on the market very shortly. On the front cover, of course, the heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan. Pictures are absolutely sensational. Steve Taylor, who took these pictures?
I did, Gene.
Oh, you did. I see. Okay. Nice. Well, here, for instance, take a look at this. A shot of you-know-who, King Kong Bundy. And our next guest at this time, please welcome back to TNT the rebarbative Bobby the Brain Heenan. Oh, you look great.
You look great, too.
You look just terrific.
You look swell.
I've never seen anybody look so good.
I'm glad that somebody made bail, huh? You're out.
Where were you last night?
Where was I? I was on a ladder all night on the 3rd floor, peeking in the window, seeing what you were up to.
It's a family show, pal. Easy on that.
And you shouldn't be on it.
You know, Bobby Heenan, you've expressed tremendous concern about a couple of individuals from Japan. You know who I'm talking about, the Machines.
Oh, yeah.
That still has got to be on your mind. Excuse
I've
me.
had machines up to here, pal.
Up to where?
Up to here.
That's about as high as they... No, I'm just kidding. What you seem to question just exactly who these gentlemen are.
You know, I walked off here last time.
Don't do me a favor and do it again. Stick around, pal. Believe me, it'll be a treat.
I'm not going to stand out here and continually lie to these poor humanoids. Their lives are backed up enough. They have enough trouble without me giving them a...
Excuse me, Bobby Heenan. Let me just interrupt, if I may. Let's take a look at a recent flower shop with Adrian Adonis and the Machines. Right here. Take a look.
And now, here's the host of the flower shop, adorable Adrian!
Good evening to you and good night to you people. This week on the Flower Shop, I have a very special guest, and I also have a dark cloud. First, I'd like to introduce... Oh, do I have to introduce you first? You sure do. Private Lou Albano and his machinery. And also Mr. Bobby the Brain Heenan, my very special guest.
Okay, what I want to do right now is I want to inspect these so-called machines. Send out Super Machine.
Super Machine
Please.
first? Okay,
I know this guy from someplace. Turn your head that way. Oh, he understands English real well. Give me a flex. Another flex. I know him from someplace.
It could be, I think he's the Night Stalker.
He's from someplace. Now bring out the giant machine, Albano.
Giant machine?
There you go. Okay, here is Andre the Giant. Now, wait a minute. Let me see your hands. Open your hands. Turn around. That's not... wait a minute. There's something wrong. That's not Andre the Giant.
The parts aren't there. Not the right parts.
I told him that's not going to go.
The Giant. That guy's a... Now, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, hi. That's Andre the Giant. That's Andre the Giant. I know it now. Wait a minute. No, he told me he was, he told
told me he was Andre the Giant.
You've heard it, folks, on the Flower Shop. Are these the machines, or are they Manny, Mo, and Jack?
How many giants are there?
I don't know.
How many machines are there?
But you've seen it
He's not the
here.
one that was out here. What are you trying to pull on me? How many machines?
Alfred, in all due respect from that clip from the Flower Shop, Bobby Heenan, you look a little confused.
He wasn't as sharp as I
Well,
thought.
first of all, I have permission from Jack Tunney, president of the World Wrestling Federation, to inspect the machines. I felt like Lee Iacocca walking through a plant there. So they bring out a machine, I take a look at them. They bring out another machine, I take a look at them. I turn around, there's 3 machines. There's probably 8 machines. I don't know how many machines Albano's got. He's probably got a warehouse someplace in New York City. He just manufactures machines. Pours some something liquid into a mold and makes machines out of them. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm tired of this. How many machines are there? Can you answer that for me?
No, I can't.
You can too. Can you? Forget it. Well, you know there's at least 3 or 4 machines. There's probably 3 or 4 machines, right?
I mean, you're talking like these are battery-operated appliances. That's not the case.
Well, I'm not going to pull the tights down and see where the batteries go. Let's put it that way. But I'm going to tell you this. There's 3 machines. There's supposed to be 2 machines. They're not supposed to be any machines.
Who said there were only supposed to be 2 machines?
Well, Andre
Who
the Giant
told you that?
Wait a minute. Andre the Giant shouldn't even be in here. He shouldn't even be around professional wrestling. He's suspended.
Andre
But
the
no,
Giant is a recluse now in Grenoble, France.
He's probably a ride for some kids, is what you're trying to say, right?
No.
I mean, I'll tell you what Andre the Giant is. Andre the Giant's hanging around here right now. He's wearing a mask. Jack Tunney knows it. You know it. God knows what you know. Everybody else out there knows it. And they're doing it to try to get even with me. They're trying to drive me nuts. Well, you don't have to drive me nuts. And you're not going to
You've done a pretty good job of doing it yourself, pal.
I'm not even doing it myself. I'm completely,
You're nuts.
I'm not nuts.
We're going to see you a little later on in the
And I'll
program.
have Paul Orndorff
Don't
back
go
out here.
away. Yes, you will.
Yes, I
TNT
will.
continues after this.
Right.
Sounded good, Tony D and the TNT Band. Another great audience, by the way. We thank you very much for joining us this week here on TNT. Lord Alfred Hayes, I'm going to prevail upon you, sir, to take off your tuxedo coat. We have a guest that I want really to feel like he's back at home.
I thought you wanted to fight me for a moment.
Oh, gracious, no. I've got a little something here for you, Alfred.
You have?
I may.
Be interested.
Try this, your lordship. Right here. Try this.
You think this is becoming? Something.
Looks like something Bobby Heenan might have left under here. Okay. Very good. Oh, yeah. How about that, huh? Whoop. Oh, sweetheart, you stay down there. There we go. There you go. How about this, huh? Hey. Here you go, Alfred.
Well, thank you.
Now,
Is this the Union Jack?
this is the Union. No, it isn't the
it
Union
is.
Jack. This is the Stars and Bars. Please welcome to TNT, new addition to the World Wrestling Federation. He's going to be a great one from Tampa, Florida, the Rebel, Dick Slater.
Is this the modern day rebel redneck group?
Oh, Dick, sit down.
Look marvelous.
I think I'm a rebel green neck.
Oh, boy. Yeah. This gentleman comes to the World Wrestling Federation with nothing but great credentials, and as you know, Dick Slater, I've known you since you were just a wee lad, and I've really watched you progress in professional wrestling. You've done a fantastic job, and we're very happy to see you here in the World Wrestling
Well,
Federation.
thank you very much. You know, I'm here with a bunch of my friends that I haven't seen in a long time, the Lord, and some great people, Hulk Hogan, and some outstanding athletes. And being from the South, that means that I have a home down close to the border. I've lived right, I would say, on the border of the Mason-Dixon line. I don't like to be called strictly from Tampa, Florida, because there are a lot of people that are Southerners. And a lot of people have followed Dick Slater for a long time.
If I could interrupt, Dick, just to keep our audience apprised of your tremendous talent, let's take a look at a match with you and J.J. Funk. Action in progress.
Whoa, watch out! Right up there with Hoss Funk. From behind, Jimmy Jack Funk from behind. Oh, Dick the Rebel Slater returning the favor on Jimmy Jack Funk. Up in the air, ooh, the knee. And the Rebel is really taking Jimmy Jack Funk to town at the moment. Suplex.
Whoa, that was close. Count of 2.
Yes, I think Hoss Funk, as we said before, this is not going to be easy for any one individual. Woo. Jimmy Jack taking over now on Dick the Rebel Slater.
Cannot look out there at Hoss and turn his back on Jimmy Jack. That's what he's done twice now. And both times it was very costly to Slater.
Look at that. Slater in big trouble. Cover now here coming out. We count only one. By the way, earlier on, we heard from the one and the only superstar Billy Graham from Phoenix, Arizona. Paradise Valley to be exact.
Superstar Billy Graham coming at you right now on the rocks, on the cactus, eating the sidewinders, eating the Gila monsters. Got the buzzards and the vultures circling overhead. Out here where you've got to endure to exist, to be a survivor. And Superstar Billy Graham is back on the WWF wrestling scene, the survivor of survivors. I got to lay one thing on you, Hoss Funk. Watch out for the superstar, because the superstar is bringing the pythons back to the WWF.
What's the Rebel doing now? On the top rope, Jimmy Jack Funk could be in big trouble. Jimmy Jack trying to clear the cobweb, spinning into the Rebel. Oh, no. Whoa, did he ever catch the elbow on the top of the cranium? Wait a minute, I saw that. I think the referee had to see it also. Hoss Funk. What are they trying to do now? Trying to wrap up the Rebel Dick Slater in that rope, trying to brand him. Slater on Hoss Funk, elbow in the Hoss. Whoa, to the buckle, out and up. And now it's Slater with the rope. Uh-oh. Watch out, Jimmy Jack, roundhouse right, misses. Pandemonium breaking loose here. Nonetheless, it'll go down as a victory for that man.
And I'll tell you, Dick Slater, that one turned out, it was a madhouse there.
That gets me fired up watching that right there. They're going to hog-tie me. I'm not going to get hog-tied real easy.
I get the impression you don't take kindly to the Funks.
No, I don't. I don't like what the Funks have done. I don't like how they've wrestled. I know they tried to embarrass me. They tried to tie me up, as everybody saw right there. I've heard they've tied up a lot of other people. They've branded people. They've done a lot of nasty things. But I can be the master of nastiness myself.
You know, Dick Slater, the Rebel, virtually you had a 3-on-1 situation there. Jimmy Hart certainly is a little agitator, and Hoss Funk in there, along with J.J. Funk.
Jimmy Hart, he was agitating, but he didn't bother me at that time.
What do you think? What do you make of him, Dick Slater?
Jimmy Hart? What do I make of him?
Big mouth.
There you go. Somebody just said
Big what?
Big mouth.
Oh, big mouth.
There you
big
go.
mouth. He's a twerp. I've said that.
A twerp. That's
really
even
is.
a better
But you
phrase.
mustn't underestimate Jimmy Hart. He
Absolutely
has a
not.
fantastic
I don't
wrestling
think we
brain.
did that, Alfred.
No.
I don't underestimate him. I just don't particularly care for the man.
All words, no action.
Well, I just look at it factually, what he's done, and he's put those Funks in a position where they are challenging very strongly.
Dick Slater, I know you're going to tear up the World Wrestling Federation, and I want to compliment you, congratulate you. You are a tremendous addition to our great organization. Thank you for joining us this week here on TNT. Still to come, Randy and Elizabeth and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. We're right back as TNT continues. like that. That's great. You know, Lord Alfred Hayes, recently I spent a week at the home of Randy the Macho Man Savage and Elizabeth.
Interesting.
Yes. How many days, Steve?
2 days, Gene.
2 days.
The usual
Seemed like a week, you know what I mean? He has a tremendously beautiful home, just gorgeous surroundings.
I've never seen it.
Parts unknown, by the way. Let's take a look at that visit right now that we had with the Macho Man and Elizabeth, right here. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe all the detail and everything. Has to cost a lot of money.
That's right.
For the Intercontinental Champion.
That's right. Nothing but the best for him.
Well, Elizabeth, I must say, very, very impressive.
Well, thank you.
How many acres of land, all told, here on the estate?
17.
Am I going to be interrupting him?
Well, you might be.
Look at this. Does he do this all the time, continually working out?
Well, that's right. Continuous workout for him.
All right, Elizabeth, very, very impressive. As is this man, the Intercontinental Champion of the world, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Mr. TV announcer, how you doing?
Good to see you again, sir.
Good to see me, yeah. Do you really believe that? I mean, everything's hit between us, no problems, right, Elizabeth? No problems, right? Came in nice and easy, yeah, that's
beautiful,
good.
Beautiful.
Very good, yeah, that's fine.
It's beautiful. The home is beautiful. The entire layout is just gorgeous.
Talk to me, Gene Okerlund. Would you like to talk to me?
Randy, if we can slip over here, if I could prevail upon you, I'd like to sit down and talk a little bit about the...
Sit in one of those chairs. It doesn't matter which one. That's the kind of hospitality.
I like that attitude.
Heavyweight championship.
Right here in front of the pool.
That'll be fine. Yes, that'll be fine.
Let's talk wrestling.
Wrestling, yes. I am very great at wrestling, aren't I? Yeah. Intercontinental heavyweight champion, right, Elizabeth?
That's
yep.
right.
Okay, is that satisfying my, goals? No, it is not. No. I got it all, Gene Okerlund. I got it all here.
Well, I can see you've got quite a bit, substantial wealth, of course, that you've acquired as being the Intercontinental Champion of the world, regardless of how you got that title belt on February the 8th, 1986.
First thing of the day. No problem there, but guess what? I was rich a long time ago before I even had an Intercontinental title match. That's right. No problem there at all with money. 3 strives of man are pleasure, power, and possession. And pleasure, do I have pleasure, Elizabeth? Yeah,
yes,
all kinds of pleasure. Yes. See that? All kinds of pleasure, you know. And possessions, I've got possessions. Now, power. Power. I believe that there's only one thing left for me to do on this planet right here.
And that is?
Yep, and that is... I bet you can guess what that is. Tell me, you tell me. Will you tell me what that is?
The heavyweight championship of the world.
That's right. Hulk Hogan, yeah.
You want it all, don't you?
Oh, I want it all, man. I want it all. I am the greatest wrestler that ever lived, past, present, and future. No problem there. There's an airplane going by and I'm not on it. You know why I'm not on it? No title defense right there. No, I'm ready right here.
You know, I'm very curious, Macho Man Randy. Excuse me.
All right, no problem. What'd you do?
You've built a fortress here of sorts for yourself. Obviously, you don't like the public around.
No, I just kind of stay by myself type of a thing. You know, like some people say paranoid, but I just say that I like to hang around the right kind of people. And who could be better to hang around than myself? Isn't that right, Elizabeth?
That's right.
The Macho Man Randy Savage with himself. Isn't that fantastic?
Excuse me, Randy, would you be terribly, at the risk of sounding negative, do you mind if I conduct the interview?
No problem, man. If you want to be negative, that's okay with me, you know, because I'm on top of the world with one more door to knock on, and I will knock on that door. You know what that door says? You know what it says on that door? It says...
Doesn't say come in.
No, it says Hulk who, with a big question mark right there. Yeah, Hulkamania is dead. And Macho Madness is more seductive than sex. Isn't that right, Elizabeth?
Wait, you didn't really say that. Do you agree with that?
Yes, if the Macho Man says it's so...
It's so. That's right. Did you get that?
Yeah. Elizabeth, I'm very curious. You look beautiful, by the way. You're tanned, bronze. How is your tennis game going?
Oh, it's going pretty well. I've been practicing quite a bit.
Yeah, you've been practicing.
And what about golf? Now, I understand you started to take up golf a little earlier on here.
I enjoy golf a lot. That's a good exercise. I enjoy it a lot.
Obviously, you do a lot of swimming, Elizabeth.
Are you sure you're not getting a sore arm from stretching the microphone way over there to talk to Elizabeth or something? I wouldn't want you to get tennis elbow or something over here.
Well, she is such a big part of your package, I've just got to talk to her, Randy. I'm very curious. Macho Man Randy Savage, does the pressure of being the Intercontinental Champion get to you?
The pressure, man. I don't really feel the pressure about being the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, but the pressure of not being the World Heavyweight Champion is really stymied. Yes.
Macho Man Gene, I'm sorry to interrupt. This is a real important phone call, Macho Man. It's urgent.
What's urgent? What's urgent?
It's a national women's publication. They want to offer you $500,000 to pose for a centerfold. That's more than they offered Burt Reynolds.
$500,000?
Well, yeah.
Is that more than they offered Burt Reynolds?
That's more than they offered Burt Reynolds. She just said that. Did you hear that? Yeah. Did you hear it? Well, listen, let me tell you something right now. Hang up the phone. Yeah, macho madness is more seductive than sex. I know that, yeah, but I haven't sung my song yet. No, you gotta wait a while. Yeah, a long time from now. They don't deserve it.
How can you turn down $500,000?
I just did it. Did you hear me? Yeah, I got the money, I've got the pleasures, and now I want the power of Hulk Hogan. Did you hear that? Yeah, it's on his door right there.
What now?
Randy, I'm sorry. It's another important phone call. It's a
What's urgent now? Tell me.
It's a promoter from Japan. He wants to offer you $400,000 just to come and wrestle 3 men.
We're talking about the aggregate on this is nearly $1 million.
Unbelievable. Tell him right now, no go. Yeah, tell him that the money is nothing but on my day off, he can bring those 3 guys down, and I'll beat them right here for nothing. Now hang up the phone.
I'm sorry.
Hang it up.
Can't believe
You're
you,
not
Randy
sorry,
Savage.
no.
You know, I was amazed this morning when I arrived here at your home, Macho Man Randy Savage. Yes, I can tell you are. I found a young couple honeymooning, as a matter of fact, and the young lady insisted she see you before they continue on the honeymoon.
It's a typical type situation. Women can't help themselves. They just do.
What is this?
Oh, man, there's a typical situation. Get her out of here, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. No, I know how you feel. Dreams, in your dreams. Fantasize. Gene Okerlund
You
doing
have
something,
got to
man.
be kidding.
I've got
What
a
can I do?
surplus, unbelievably. Go on in.
Oh, look at there, the real Macho Man, you, Lord Alfred Hayes. I want to thank Coliseum Video, by the way, for extending us the use of that footage at the home of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And by the way, your lordship, there is soon to be on the market a brand new video cassette all about the Macho Man. Should be good.
I would imagine. Definitely
What do you think of the layout?
I like the ladies, too.
What about turning down the $500,000 to be a centerfold? I'd pay him $50. Speaking of the Macho Man and Elizabeth, please welcome them back to TNT, the Intercontinental Champion and his manager, right here.
Macho Man right here? I don't think so, no. Not at all. Not even close, yeah. And you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I invited you over to my house right there, and I noticed some pieces of gold were missing after you left. And I'm not accusing anyone of being a thief, but that man right there.
Listen, I would never do that. I would never do that, Randy Savage. Elizabeth, beautiful, palatial estate. 17 acres. Burt Reynolds, telephone, everything. The whole 9 yards.
Whole 9 yards, yeah. Let me ask you something right here. Where's the Macho Man Randy Savage doll? I don't see it in here. Yeah, maybe my glasses are too dark. Lord Alfred Hayes.
There isn't one there.
There was not one there. You already checked, huh?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you checked. Well, let's see that, yeah, I'm not in there yet.
Hogan.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Just
please.
a reflex
Settle
action.
down.
I can't be accused of anything predetermined or premeditated.
Excuse me. We're going to talk about your driving habits a little bit later on. That's coming up here. We're going to be talking to some people in the audience. Don't go away as we continue to visit with the Macho Man and Elizabeth. We're right back. All right, some questions for the Macho Man and Elizabeth. You too, Lord Alfred Hayes. I'm curious, what do you think of Elizabeth?
Are they related?
I said, what did you think of Elizabeth? I don't know if they're related or not.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I concur.
Real intelligent person, yes. Hey, Gene Okerlund, unless you have any other type of thing in your mind, I think I'm going to take over the TNT.
Wait a minute.
I'm going
Wait
to
a minute.
sit right in this chair right here.
You're welcome. I've been waiting for a long time to get down this row. I have been working at this. Oh, how are you, my dear? So
Fine, how you doing? It's good to see you.
terrific. Good to see you again.
I have something I'd like to ask Elizabeth.
Please.
Well, I'd just like to tell her that if you ever decide to dump him, I've got a great guy for you. He is gorgeous. He's really gorgeous.
See what's happening
what do you
here?
think of that, Liz?
She's trying to take Elizabeth's place, but no go. I got your pictures. They're a little
I'm
blurry.
A Jesse fan.
She says she's a Jesse Ventura fan. You, question,
not
sir.
bad.
Yes, Macho Man. You find that you have too much pressure in trying to defend the Intercontinental title while at the same time pursuing the world's title?
Wow.
Good question.
Yeah, real good question.
Address that if you would.
Address it? I'm not working for the U.S. mail here. I handle it real well. Once in 10,000 lifetimes, a man comes along that sparkles, yeah. But I'm once in 1 million lifetimes, so I think I'd be able to handle it. What do you think? Elizabeth, what do you think?
Yes.
All right?
Get the impression Elizabeth agrees with that. Somebody here have a question? Yeah, oh, excuse me, just a second. Yes.
How you doing? If you're so macho and so tough, how come you haven't been able to beat Hulk Hogan yet?
Hey, I like that.
Have you got part of George Steele's turnbuckle stuffings in that shirt or what? That's not on my diet.
Very observant on your part.
Natural foods all the way.
I thank you very much. Macho Man Randy Savage, and of course you, Elizabeth. Always great to have you on the program. You know that, sweetheart. You look terrific.
Hey, you want something thrown at you?
Wait a minute. Fans, stay tuned. More TNT continues up next. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, don't go away. We're right back. I happened to spend 10 days down in Houston recently, and they were really talking about this gentleman. He's in the brand new World Wrestling Federation camera. Can you see him there? Pretty good shot of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. A great 10 days. How long, Steve?
7 hours.
7 hours, okay. I'd like to welcome Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff along with Bobby the Brain Heenan. Come on in.
How you doing? All right.
Fine, thank you.
It's not my pleasure. Bobby,
Mr. Orndorff, what do you mean it's not your pleasure?
I'd
Of course
rather
it's
not
your
be
pleasure.
here. You know something? Bobby, tell him where I was just at, would you?
Oh, wait a minute. Give me a break, Orndorff.
There's some smelling salts for the lady in the second row.
A bag, too.
Why, you taking her out?
Yeah, great uniform, bad helmet. No, just kidding. Paul Orndorff, congratulations. You have a new doll in circulation. Very good looking. Likeness of you.
Well, it looks better than Hulk Hogan, I can say that much.
Speaking of Hulk Hogan,
let's get right to the point.
He had some comments to make on this very program a couple of weeks back, and I'd like to have you listen to him, and then I want to get your impressions and yours too, Mr. Heenan.
He must have done it
Take a look at this from the heavyweight champion.
Stunning, Bunny. Beat me to a pulp, man. Yeah, you came in. You finally came in.
Holds his hand up high for victory. They'll win this matchup, but nonetheless. Oh no! What in the world? What? What in the heck was that all about? You gotta be... No! No! No!
You were Mr. Wonderful. You were it. You were stupendous. You showed the chicken wonder where was it. You showed chicken wonder where was it.
Wonderful! Wonderful! You sold out, man. You swore to me you'd never take shortcuts. You took the biggest shortcut of your life, Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful. You were on the verge of greatness, man. You had a whole generation of little hucksters training with you, man. Saying prayers with you, dude. Eating their vitamins with you, man. And you sold them out. You didn't sell me out, brother, because you can't take me. I took your best shot, man, when I was down. Now I'm gonna return that favor. But just like those spies, man, in Washington today who are selling our country out for diamonds, gold, ego, greed, jealousy, man. That's just what you are, Orndorff. You sold out a country, man. You sold out all those people that believed in you, man. Cheap shot, shortcuts. You make me sick, Wonderful. You'll never beat Hulkamania, man. I got a whole generation, man, that's gonna live forever because of this thought. Positive thoughts, that is. And we don't take shortcuts, dude. You know, I can even think every time you stuck your hand out to shake my hand, there was that thin film of perspiration coming off your palm that separated us as brothers, man. That separated us. The jealousy separated us between brotherhood. That's what it was. Orndorff, Hulkamania's got time. I got patience, brother. I ain't gonna take no cheap shot to take you down, dude. I'm gonna set you up and take you out for good, man. And all I got to say, those big wheels of Hulkamania, those big stones, man, they're gonna grind you up, man. But they grind ever so slowly.
Paul Orndorff, what you did to Hulk Hogan in front of a national that's the equivalent of a sucker punch. Would you not agree, Lord Alfred?
Well, he's the world's biggest sucker. Why not?
You know something? You call it a despicable act. It's the worst thing you could possibly do. Well, I call it gaining self-respect. You know, if Hulk Hogan was the man that everybody thinks that he is, when I needed him, where was he at? He wasn't nowhere near the damn telephone, man. He getting up here and he's running his mouth. He's trying to turn everything all around. The big finger is pointed at me. I did everything wrong. Well, let me tell you something. And you and you and you and everybody else. You believe Hulk Hogan, you just go ahead. Because something you people are gonna have to learn to live with. And I'm gonna be the next world's heavyweight champion. Yeah. You can call it jealousy. You can call it jealousy. You can call it anything you want. But I'm gonna get that world's heavyweight belt. I defied the whole wrestling world in one shot. In one shot. And everybody out there knows that knows anything about wrestling, that I am the best thing that ever stepped into WWF. And I haven't had what's due to me, man. So he can get up here and run his mouth and he's gonna do this and gonna do that. Well, he ain't man enough to do that. And if you don't believe me, ask his girlfriend.
What about this gentleman? I see he's doing what he does so well, carrying your robe around, Bobby Heenan.
And you do pretty good sitting there in that chair in a rented suit. But let me explain something to you. You saw Hulk Hogan out there, the intensity in his eyes. The man's drowning in his own sweat.
You know what it is?
Fear.
This man can never be trusted again. You can never be trusted again.
It is a sign of fear. The man is shaking. The only time he talks,
he is not fearful of you,
is in the dead of night. And then after, when nobody's around or anything, then he just slips underneath his rock. You see, I really know what Hulk Hogan's all about.
That's not true.
Hey,
that is true.
You know it, and
that is
everybody
true.
else knows it.
And everybody else out there know it. Look at the people that are hollering for me. They want to see Mr. Wonderful, the next world champion. Right or wrong.
Thank you very much, Paul Orndorff. Thank you, Bobby Heenan. Thank you very much. I want to say one thing, Lord Alfred Hayes. I don't know if Bobby Heenan and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff think I just got off the turnip truck. I don't know who they're kidding. Orndorff has members of his family infiltrating our audience, and I think he's totally out of line. I don't care for the man.
Disregard your personal feelings. Look at Paul Orndorff and recognize him for what he is, an absolutely fantastic wrestler.
I thank you.
Must admit that.
Next time out, the greats are going to be here. Join us for more TNT. So long.